The engines on the island of Sodor worked very hard. They even like it when the Fat Controller calls them really useful engines. Woo-hoo. I'm going to the scrapyard today, Edward called Thomas. What? Already? You're not that old, replied Thomas cheekily. Thomas was only teasing. There was a scrapyard. It was the place where old things were taken. There they were melted down and used again. Then Edward saw a traction engine. Hello, said Edward. You're not broken and rusty. What are you doing here? I'm Trevor, said the traction engine. They're going to break me up next week. What a shame. My master said I only needed paint, polish and oiling, but now I'm not in use anymore. People say I'm old-fashioned. Edward snorted. People say I'm old-fashioned? But I don't mind. The Fat Controller says I'm really useful. Anyway, what kind of work did you do? These are the things we did back in the olden days. We thrashed corn, hauled logs and got animals to safety. The children loved to see us, and he closed his eyes remembering. Oh, yes, I love children. Edward passed away feeling unhappy. Broken up? What a shame! Broken up? What a shame! I must have Trevor, I must! He thought of all his friends who liked engines, but sadly none of them would have room for a traction engine at home. It's a shame, he puffed. Then, Peep, he whistled. Why didn't I think of him before? There, on the platform, stood the very person.
Hello, Edward. You look upset. What's the matter, Charlie? He asked the driver. There's a traction engine in the scrapyard, Vicar. He'll be broken up next week. Jem Cole says he never drove a better engine.
Do say them, Vicar, said Edward. He'll haul logs and give children rides.
We'll see, replied the vicar.
Jem Cole came on Saturday. The Reverend's coming to see you, Trevor. Maybe he'll buy you. Do you think he will? Asked Trevor.
He will when I've lit your fire and cleaned you up.
That evening, when the vicar arrived, Trevor was gleaming like gold. He went round the scrapyard giving the children rides. Show your places, Trevor, said the vicar. Later, the vicar came out of the office holding a piece of paper.
Later, he came out of the office smiling. I've got him cheap, Jem, cheap.
Do you hear that, Trevor? Cried Jem. The Reverend saved you and you'll live at the vicarage orchard. Peep, whistled Trevor. Trevor now works in the vicarage orchard, and he's very happy there. He feeds Edward Park every day. His paint sparkles like gold in the sunshine. When it's the vicarage orchard fete, he goes around the orchard giving rides to children. That night you'll see him in his shed fast asleep and saying, "Oh yes, I like children. Dun 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 dun."